Greg White, what's good, man? How you feeling this morning? Going to do a quick live stream this morning, man. Oh man, it was a good conversation, man. How you said greetings, brothers and sisters. Troll Porter reporting for duty, man. You the first one in the house, man. Somali Pirate, what's good? Ketchel Alexander, what's going on? I got to hit my mic for a second. Yes, sir. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Tony Snowflakes. Abel, what's going on? Patrick Penashot, what's happening? Lowland Prophets, Brooklyn Kings, what's good? Big Snack Pack, what's happening? The lady. Beverly Rose Boxing and Entertainment. If you're not subscribed to Beverly Rose Boxing and Entertainment, please do. Cash Alexander said, Tony Snowflakes, Fanon Don. Salute, fam. I appreciate that, man. Cash Alexander, Fanon, you did your thing on Smoke City. Yeah, man, I was in on one, and I actually owe a cat apology because I had a glass of wine. I ain't supposed to be drinking, but I sat up there and had me a glass of wine and was enjoying the conversation. And by the end of it, I was a little more free with my tongue than I wanted to be. But man, yeah. Oh, right, Randy Ridley, you got that notification? That's what's up, man. Outlaw Gorilla, Chicago in the building, Chi-Town all day, every day. I got to get back there, man, before it turns winter. Because when it gets turned winter, man, I ain't going. Tiger Rex Boxing was good, man. Harry Ferguson making my go fast here out in Philly. That's what's up. Brian S., what's going on? JM, man down. Yeah, man. That was a funny debate, man. What's good, 78 Sports TV? Yeah, that was an interesting debate you guys were having, man. I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. Pasha Blaine said, morning for nine, been a while, but good show yesterday. Yeah. It's been a while, but I'm back in the house. I mean, I'm back to being on a regular schedule. I just have to make sure I prioritize it, man. When I moved down here, man, I also got put on a project for work at work, so I got to do some things in the middle of the afternoon that are throwing me off sometimes, but I'm back doing it. But yeah, you guys, 78, you guys were going back and forth about that, man. That was interesting, man, because at the end of the day, man, the fight got to happen. If the fight ain't happening, the fight ain't happening, you know? The African Sci-Fi Scholar, what's good, man? We in here. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you, man. Nazir King said, Fanon, that research killed me this morning. You talking about the research that 78 did? Blackham salute on the 15K, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it, man. Outlaw Gorillas, winter, Chicago winter is breezy, dressed like a polar bear, man. This shit sucks. The fucking worst. Shout out Loma, Eddie Ed. Shout out Lomachenko. Yeah. Hey, man, Lomachenko changed my mind, man. All right. Don't rub it in now. Damn. All right. When I get on somebody, the shit don't change. But it has to change a little bit with that dude, because not off that Rigondeaux stuff, but off of the Linares thing, man. I got a lot of respect for cats that get knocked down, get up and stop somebody. Because I thought dude was like, he's exposed. But dude, he stepped it up. He stepped it up, did what he had to do, switched up what he was doing, knocked that dude out. So I got to give Lomachenko his credit. Must give it to him. Brandon King, what's going on with you? Political Princess, what is going on? I promise not to talk bad about Anthony Joshua today. Ronald Gomez, said, Fanon, stay working. Yes, sir. Ain't no way other to do it. Ain't nothing. What else can you do? 78 Sports TV said, both them dudes, Errol and Crawford, in on it. I'm not taking sides in a scam. I don't know, man. I don't know. See, my thing is this, 78. Okay, I'm not going to do it with Errol Spence and them. I'm going to do it with like what I said about Mikey Garcia. I think Mikey Garcia, she needs to finish his business at 135 pounds, and I'd rather see him fight Lomachenko because he talked about unification over there at 135 pounds he did Robert Easter. So just finish what the fuck you started. Finish what you started and do that, man. Much love in the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Gregory Wyatt said, Fanon, avoid going north of the Mason-Dixon line after Labor Day. You got that right. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely, I ain't going. Man, I ain't going. Leaving Texas from the month of November through March. I ain't doing it. I am protected, homie. So, Political Princess said, thank you. yeah, I'll leave him alone today. Black fight fans, stop hating on Bud. Yeah, here's the thing, man. Like, I want Mikey Garcia to finish what he started. So finish what's going on, DJ Roots. Yeah, man, just finish what you started, man. Drop. Oh, that's what's up, Nino Brown. Much love in the super chat. He said, "What up, Fanon? I'll be back putting that work so I can drop more videos now." Awesome. I'll be back. Yep, thank you, sir, because your shit is real good, man. I did a video with you, man. That was low key, one of the favorite videos that I did, man, on the 154-pound division, man. You got to put that work back in, man. I miss watching your stuff, Nino Brown. So anyway, man, I'm gonna stay on this point with 78. Like, I want him to finish what he's starting. So Mikey Garcia. So with Errol Spence, it's like the whole time, and I'm not going off of what Errol Spence said or what Terence Crawford said, but my thing is that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence has been trying to get that WBC belt for a while. You know what I mean? So he's been trying to get the WBC belt for a while. I want to see him be able to get and finish what the fuck he started. He's been calling out the dude who's the WBC and the WBA champion for a while. He's had his eyes on those belts for a while. Those dudes are champions. So I think that's a route that he was already taken before Terence Crawford got up there. So I wouldn't say, okay, I'm gonna be hard on Errol Spence for not doing what he said he was gonna do before Terence Crawford showed up. You know what I mean? If those other fights couldn't happen, though, like if he can't get Garcia or if he can't get Thurman, who's the WBA or however that works, if he can't do what he was already had his mind set on doing, then I'll be like, all right, man, now you got to fight Terence Crawford, you know? 78 said, right, but if they don't fight him, he need to fight Bud. Yep, absolutely. I'm down right. If they don't fight him, then he needs to fight Bud. No doubt about it. Absolutely. And he shouldn't call out for like Ugas. Nobody like that. Black Fight Fan TV in the house, man. Lomachenko was number 1 pound for pound until oh hell no. and hell no. Why are you doing him like that? Lomachenko's number 1 pound for pound until Crawford tells Bob Perry to make and I gotta hit the buzzer on that, dog. Come on, man. Lomachenko ain't done what Terence Crawford done, man, and his number 1 pound for pound status is not hinged upon him fighting, moving up in weight to fighting Errol Spence Jr. But you know, as far as slapping, that's funny. But nah, I gotta buzz that one, and I do like it though. I want to see the fight for real. Ash kicking product. They say they keep throwing out these odd matchups to avoid making the fights that can make sense. Champions in a weight class should unify. Absolutely, man. And I don't want to see that, but I don't even think I've thought 3 minutes about Jose Benavidez fight. Like, but that's the thing of the conversation went on. That's a very solid point that Black Fight Fan made. Is like Terence Crawford ain't got anywhere to go over there. There's no champions. There's no other champions over there. He's going to have to take voluntaries and mandatories for the WBO if Bob Arum doesn't deal with cats in the PBC. Because all the other champions, the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF are all with the PBC. So they've got to. It's incumbent. Black Fight, the angles, the speed, the combos. The power. Hey, I can't dog Lomachenko. I swear I did a oath that I would not dog Lomachenko for a while. I would not. But I have to say, Black Fight Fan, that I was calling people homosexuals for a while too, just so you know. But I don't think you a homosexual. I just think you rubbing people's nose. You like to rub them people's nose in that Rigondeaux fight. It was tough. But Lomachenko can fight, man. Fanon just hit the Bears break on it. Lomachenko not number 1. He got can't do it, dog. Can't do it. Harold Tater, man, what's good with you, man? Mr. Finesse, Fanon, I'd rather see Spence Crawford than Spence Ugas or Crawford Benavidez, but they, of course, gonna make us wait. Yeah, I mean, but I'll take Crawford is the one, in my opinion, has got the problem with the fights. I was like this. I mean, I'm not critical of Errol Spence a lot, and I don't think I was really critical in this one. But what I said was like, man, I didn't care about that Mikey Garcia fight. 78 says Salido is pound for pound number 2 after Crawford. Yeah, he must be. Is he retired? Is he retired? Brian Ola said, for 978, too intelligent a man to act like he doesn't know how Bob Arum and Top Rank run their business. Yeah, but that's not what he's saying, Brian. What he's saying is, look, man, the proof is in the pudding. See, I'm going to make an argument for people. You know, it's the proof is in the pudding. And he's like, look, man, that's the fight that people want to see. That's one of the biggest fights in boxing. That's the biggest question mark in the welterweight division is who is the best fighter? Is it Terence Crawford or is it Errol Spence Jr.? Who is it? And I want to see him fight. And I don't really give a fuck about the business side of it. I want to know who's going to be. And I'm not going to really be pubbing these cats up till I see that fight. And that's reasonable. That's reasonable. Black Fight Fan was saying, look, man, Errol Spence saying it's not Errol Spence that don't want that fight. If Terence Crawford comes over there and tries to make the fight, he'll make the fight. Right? And so that's the argument of going back and forth. I'm like, look, man, I want to see Errol Spence start what he finished. I mean, finish what he started. I want to see Terence Crawford beat the piss out of Danny Garcia after Danny Garcia beats Shawn Porter and then get that WBC belt. And I got more of a blood boxing viewpoint on this. I want to see unification. So he was already there. Shawn, I don't forget shit too easy. I know there's a dude named Ponytail. Ponytail need to get his ass out there and defend his belt. And when Errol Spence fights those dudes and wraps all that shit up, then there's only one belt left. Like, I didn't have any problem with Anthony Joshua getting the IBF, then getting the WBA, then getting the WBO belt. My beef with him didn't start until the WBC was in place and he didn't follow through with that. So if you look at Errol Spence going that same thing, that unification route, unification is easiest to achieve in the WBC. I mean, between the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC. That's the easiest way to get to unification, unifying 3 to 4 belts. And that's a benefit to Terence Crawford, because then all Terence Crawford got to do is go and fight one dude to get all 4. You know, he's got 1, somebody else got 3. But if you have these guys, so that's what I want to see. That's my take on it, for what it's worth. Moody Treywell said, great words from you in the LDBC last night, Dad. That was a lot of fun. I ain't done that in a while, man. Nah, Black Fight said Salito's a beer thief. Nah, man. He's now the mayor of that town, man. That was political. Man. That was a political hit job. But you got to admit, dog, that Lomachenko did lose. We can't just blow on that, Like I love how we can't just blow fairy dust on top of that shit and make that shit disappear. He got that ass whooped, and that's what it is. And he's only had, 13 fights? So it's sitting there, man. He's looking good, but that L is there, dog. That L is there. Boom. Right in your face. And I think Usyk probably should be put ahead of Lomachenko too, by the way. Fanon, you the truth, love your channel, man. I appreciate that, Rampage 53, a fan 33. But see, I wouldn't actually, what's the argument over what's good, Lawrence RBE? Yeah, what's the argument about Lomachenko being pound for pound better than Usyk? He said wrong, but seriously, what's the argument? What's the better argument for that? I don't think there is, man. I don't think that there's an argument for it that can reasonably be made that Lomachenko is pound for pound better than Usyk. Usyk unified. Usyk whooped everybody. He's a gold medalist, and he whooped everybody in cruiserweight, and he ain't got no L. And then he goes up and he moves and fights another great champion in Tony Bellew. It's a wrap. Oh, Lomachenko is 3-division champ. Yeah, but he's only got, 3 belts between 3 divisions. Ain't never been no unification, though. Anyway, man, I'm really just toying, man. Like I said, I'm sworn against disrespecting Lomachenko for a while because, because it's just what it is, dog. It just is what it is. It's fun. Rigo was ranked. Yeah, but he don't get no credit for Riga now. No, you don't get credit for that. You don't get any credit from me for Rigondeaux. He gives me credit. I give Lomachenko more credit for Linares than I give the speed, the angles, the combination of Lomo. Yeah, I agree, dog. his godlike presence in the ring. Oh my God, man. They fight a whole lot alike too, though. Except for fucking Usyk is juicing. That's why I wouldn't put him on there. Oh no, man. Tony Bellew's a great champion. Man, that dude is a garbage. That is my least favorite fighter in boxing right now is Tony Bellew. Because Tony Bellew talks out the side of his neck, dog. Man, much love in the super chat to Robinson. I always represent, appreciate you, man. He said Black Fight Man trolling. It's like, yeah, but he's trolling. But he knows he's gonna rub people's nose in Lomachenko, though. But that's what it is, man. It is. That's what you get. Like, I'm eating crow. I'm still eating crow off Mikey Garcia. I can't stand it, but it is what it is. I gotta do. Who's over AJ? Over AJ? Pound for pound over AJ? AJ might be number 3. Pound for pound, something like that. I'm sorry. Political Princess is in there. I said I would not be making fun of what's his face? Anthony Joshua today. So I gotta back up. TZ friendly, back up a little bit. Rigo was ranked. Yeah, man, he's 2 weight classes below, dog. He had to wear like a sweater vest. That dude had like a sweater vest, a sweatsuit, and padded shoulders on in the weigh-in just to make it look like he wasn't that little. That dude was way too little, dude. Oh, dislike. Oh, no. Disliking Tony Bellew over AJ? No. I dislike Tony Bellew because Tony Bellew talks too damn much and he contradicts himself. I'm not big on contradiction. I'm okay with I don't have an issue with him about AJ. I got an issue with him and Eddie Hearn because that boy is a jockey for Eddie Hearn, man, and he contradicts himself. It's like he works for Eddie Hearn. You can tell it. So I just don't want to hear it because I know that's what he's saying. He's saying the same, but anyway, it is. Yeah, exactly. Eddie Hearn, Pat A. Yeah, yeah. I don't like him. Tony Bellew on my nerves right now, but I haven't really done a video about him, so we'll leave it like it was, man. Sign of the Time says for now, Wilder's number 1 pound for pound. He came into his last fight at 212 pounds. And yeah, he did beat a dude 30 pounds bigger than him. But look, for the heavyweight division, there ain't no pound for pound. You the man. Period. Hey, from Alabama, what's good, man? Appreciate that. What is it? Eternal It Won. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. Much love from Texas back to you. Wow, I sound from Texas. I bought a shirt that said Texcellent because it cost me $12 and I needed a new T-shirt and I'm cheap. But yeah, man, look, Deontay Wilder and whoever the heavyweight champion is doesn't need pound for pound. They don't need anything hypothetical. They don't need anything hypothetical because the dude ain't fighting them. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I mean, you could say Inoue is pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world. But he ain't fighting Luis Ortiz. He's not fighting David Allen. He's not going to get in there with those guys because he's not heavyweight. There is no pound in the heavyweight division. What's going on, Tony? How you feeling, man? It's like the heavyweight division not even really a weight class, man. It's just you fight whoever the fuck they put in front of you. Because cats can weigh, you can fight heavyweight as long as they sanction the fight, you can fight at heavyweight and weigh 190 pounds, weigh 180 pounds. You don't have to weigh 200 pounds to fight there. You don't have to, you just can't go over a certain weight in weight classes. And in heavyweight, there is no weight class that you can't go over. You know what I mean? McGregor Boxing Stars, man. Definitely check out my man, McGregor Boxing Stars. He put out a great video. I'm going to give my man a moderator right there, McGregor Boxing Stars. So when he makes a comment, you guys can see it in blue. Definitely subscribe to his channel, man. A very well thought out video on the cost of boxing in the UK. Love the video. Very, very informative. Check my man, McGregor Boxing Stars out, man. Definitely a good channel. Bright guy, man. I enjoy your work, man. Jeff, the producer, man, was good. Said, Fanon, you had that boyfriend on the stand last night. Salute. And that Ali piece was amazing insight. Thank you. You're a god in this. I appreciate you, man. Jeff, as far as spread goes, man, hey, man, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to drill him like that. I really meant to be just like, look, this is what you're saying, yes or no. But then, and then I get frustrated if you did, because I was trying to, believe it or not, I was trying to help him. I was trying to just restate what he said, restate what Black Fight Fan TV was saying, and from there, just say, hey, man, you guys are looking at it. You're looking at it from a media perspective. Black Fight Fan is looking at it from a fighting perspective, and that's just what it is, man. And Shawn Porter, dad went over the edge. He went over the edge because he went over the line because he was talking about fight fans, and fight fans pay the bills. Now, if you're talking to like Fred, if Fred is being a media member, then hey, the boxers do pay their bills because they're giving them access and they're giving them the things that in order to get a following by fight fans. So the media in a certain deal has to do both sides of that. But I was really trying to like get a cat. I was really just trying to be like point it out, but then he said that I had a run-on sentence, and then I was like, hold on, man, you don't have a run, I'm talking, you know. So, and I had a glass of wine, so I went a little off. But hey, man, the one thing about that situation is that guy puts in work, man, and he asks questions that other people don't ask. And hey, man, I value what that dude brings, man. And so I'll take this couple seconds out to say that, man, I really didn't mean, to disrespect the cat in any way, man. Brian O said, for now, you do not need to apologize. Fred is acting different when it comes to Porter than when it's other fighters. It must be said. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. That's a hard line to road. That's a hard line to do. But that's just hard to do. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just got to sit on your hat, man, and let it roll. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I mean, when you argue with people, and I'm not trying to preach to him, but I say this to as another cat I would say to all the time. I'm like, man, sometimes you got to know when to give a point up. Just give it up. Just say, I'm sitting here talking to 600 people and nobody agrees with me. I've got to disarm this circumstance. You know what I mean? I got to say, look, man, I see your point of view, man. I repeat your point of view. I understand your point of view. Hey, man, and I respect that. All right. Thank you for explaining to me how you see it. And, man, let's move on, man. Let's talk about this next fight. Hey, what do you think about Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin? Dog, if you do that, all that shit goes away, man. And if somebody's really pressing you, then they got to keep pressing you when you've already been like, look, dude, no mas. You know what I mean? No mas. I like Kenny Porter, man. I'm going to defend Kenny Porter. That's my dude. What you want me to do? If you're my dude, I'm going to support and I'm going to defend you, and do that. Right. And then people can understand that. People can understand, look, man, I'm going to ride with my guy. I know this cat. I know what he means. And yeah, he said what he said, but that's not really what he meant. You know what I mean? He's a little frustrated. He might have said something, if you Black Fight Fan TV met them, y'all would sit down, have a brew, have whatever y'all, whatever. And you would squash that shit real quick because he's a good dude. You're a good dude, man. I'm just trying to be intermediary here, man. But obviously I can't convince you to believe what Kenny says. You know what I mean? That's what he believes, right? That's his point of view. That's your point of view. I respect your point of view. All right. And then let's move on with it. And that's how you get past that shit. You know what I mean? I can't do that, bro. Can't do that, dude. I said, bro. Can't do that, dude. We got to delete, at least move that comment. Yeah, man. Don't come with the bias shot. Don't do that, man. That dude. Actually, man, I don't know who you are, but I got to block you because it's not this. Look, man, that cat last night had the courage to get on a conversation with 500-600 people who were blasting on him for a while, and he got on the phone and spoke. That tells you that dude is one thing for sure. That dude is not a coward, and he should be respected for that. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, the shit just goes. I mean, it'll all blow over, man. But don't disrespect him. I mean, definitely don't respect to him on my channel because I'm not, and I didn't watch any of the videos of all that stuff. I didn't do it, dude. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, I can't. I'm not going to do all of that. Exactly. Fred is family regardless of whatever. And that's how it should be, man. Don't resubscribe to the dude, man. If there's some people that said that they unsubscribe to him, resubscribe to him. Tell him what your point of view is, man. He'll respond to you, and then everybody's good, man. Damn, P. Diddy King can go. God dog. See, you're gonna make me defend this dude on my channel because I don't. There's people that walk around with shit like Fanon nut hugging bastard. Okay, so I gotta be consistent, dog. You can't come dissing these cats, man. He puts in that work, man. You know what I mean? Oh, actually, you dissed Shawn Porter, King Pity, so I should unhide you for that. Sorry, I didn't realize you were shitting on Kenny Porter. Shitting on Kitty Porter is reasonable. Because I did a video at the end of it shitting on him, dog. Oh man. Let me unhide you though, King Diddy Kilo. Sorry about that. King K Diddy the Kango King. I've hidden you because I don't know why I thought that was about Fred. But look, man, don't let what's good, Cali Friggs? Don't let people destroy the LDBC, man. Seriously, don't let them do it. Because there's a whole, what's good, y'all? There's a whole lot of cats. I'm telling you, man. There's a whole lot of cats who would love to see people fight and, not be able to demonstrate some shit, that's important, which is to disagree and then move on. Because, like, I watched Ticket TV, man. Shout out to Ticket TV, always putting in that work. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And he put on an old video showing that, look, man, the LDBC are not a bunch of fanboys. We have disagreements. People have disagreements. And I was like, oh, that's interesting because he showed an argument between a cat I've never met in DCB and Dream Chasing Boxing and Ticket TV, which sounded honestly a lot like what was going on with Fred and Black Fight Fan TV and pretty much Fred and everybody, right? But those dudes squashed it and they moved it on, man. Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, Fred, he's got my email. It's in there. He can send me an email and let me know whenever he wants to do it. I don't have any issue with that. Anyway, man, I just don't think cats need to beat the shit out the dude forever. You know what I mean? Not forever. And don't unsubscribe to the cat, man, because that just weakens everybody else, man. It really does. Anyway, but that's enough me being mediator. Let me get the fuck on because ain't nobody do that shit for me. I ain't gonna lie. LDBC is strong. They can't break us. That's what's up. Reef the watcher in the house, man. Demila said Fred needed that, bro, especially when he said you're using a run-on sentence when no one is writing the damn thing or using financial terms out of context, trying to sound extra smart. Hey, man. Hey, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just people feel like they're getting boxed in when you ask them yes or no questions. Because yes or no questions, you got nowhere to go, And he knew I was telling the truth. I said exactly what he said. I paraphrased. You couldn't paraphrase it any better. I damn near memorized what the guy said. And he said it, and he was fucked up for saying it. He might not have intended it. He might have been mad at somebody. But whatever it is, he said what he said. You know what I mean? And like I was tell you about, what's good, man? Boxing is me. Like I would say about Eternal One, if you're black and you defend Eddie Hearn, it's tough to defend Eddie Hearn if you're anybody. But yeah, they will definitely try to do that. But anyway, man, you just got to move on with it, man. But yeah, I talked to him. I don't know if he's too happy with me. Dante Watkins, what's good, man? How you feeling, man? The Truth in the house, what's good, man? K Diddy, the Kango King, and again, my apologies for hiding you, man. I messed up. Ocho Cinco called out Errol. If Errol don't respond, is he scared? Not the dude's not a boxer, no. However, there is historical precedent for that. Okay? There is historical precedent for that. An athlete who is not a boxer calling out a heavyweight champion. And that heavyweight champion stepped to those guys. Two guys in particular. Hey, man, if anybody can tell me those circumstances, I'll wait for a second. If anybody can tell me two situations where somebody called out a heavyweight champion and that heavyweight champion checked him. Oh, Kango said, for now, you my main man. Kango's coming your way. I appreciate that, man. Oh, man. Potential. I'm going to say this one time. Motherfucker, I'm grown. Man, he do need to let his son tell him that shit about his son and makes his son look like a sucker. Ali, yes, sir. Ali did it. And this was a situation. Two situations. James, what's his name? Jim Brown was talking that shit. Jim Brown was talking, and Wilt Chamberlain was talking. And they both were acting seriously. Yep, St. Cruising. They both won. Yes, sir. Sign of the Times TV. And Ali checked both of them. Ali did this is how Ali did Wilt Chamberlain. He was on a TV show. You can YouTube this one. And he walked up, they were on it, and Howard Cosell was interviewing him. They looked at the length of the arms of how big Wilt Chamberlain was and how long he was. And Ali was like, all right, let me see what you got. Let me see what you got. Put your arm out. And that dude said something like, okay, there you go. Basically, was like, all right, this is how close I got to get in the end to hit you. And then he also said something when they were walking out. He looked at him and was like, there you go, Philly Doc, timber. I'm fucking yell timber. But dude, for real, the James one, the what's his name again? I'm sorry, the football Jim Brown one. The Jim Brown one was the most hilarious. Bob Arum, and this is a story Bob Arum told. When Bob Arum, Jim Brown approached Bob Arum about making a fight between Ali and Jim Brown. And Ali was like, all right, yeah, but he's got to meet me at Central Park in New York. Fanon, invite Fred on your show. Man, he's invited, without a doubt. He's got my emails on the Smoke City Mobcast thing. But I'm not going, if he wants to jump on, man, dude, jump on, man. He can always, I'll send him a link in the middle of the video. I'm not going to be on there that long for this one, but, because I got work to do, but it's all love. I'm telling you, man, I'll let the dude have his voice. I just don't tell me I'm right. I'm speaking a run-on sentence. If you've not noticed, I've been talking for 35 minutes and I've not used a period yet. But let me finish that one story, man. So Ali was like, all right, meet me in Central Park. They meet in Central Park. And then Ali says, okay, look, man, you want to fight me? I'll fight you, but you got to do something first. You got to hit me. I want you to hit me as hard as you can hit me. And Jim Brown looked at him like, man, are you serious? And Ali was like, basically like, yeah, I'm serious. Hit me. So Jim Brown started trying to hit him, and he missed, and he missed, and he missed, and he missed, and he missed. And every punch he threw, he missed. Right? So it was like Ali demonstrated to him that you can't hit me. You know what I mean? If you throwing punches, you can't hit me. So then after that, dude said, all right, now I want you to put your hands up and I want you to stop me from hitting you. And he only was going to slap him, right? The dude was like, okay. And then Ali slapped the shit out of him. Just pop, 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 pop. He was like, now, do you want to fight? Nope. General Schools, this is the true story. According to Bob Arum, it's exactly how it went down. I'm pretty good at paraphrasing people's stuff. That's what he said. And they were like, it was a wrap. Fight never happened. Because he's a fucking boxer. And people think that these dudes can't fight. Man, these dudes can fight. These dudes can fight. These guys have seen whatever you're throwing, they've seen thrown at them thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And if you do hit them, did you see what happened with there's a tape of Sugar Ray Leonard doing some sparring with a former amateur boxer. And it was when he had his eye was messed up, right? Or like when he was covering, he had like after he had retinal surgery on his retina. And thanks, Jamal, right? So then this dude was like, okay, let's spar. I don't know how he got to spar him on this boat, but he wound up jabbing Sugar Ray Leonard in the eye, like touched him in the eye. And then you see the expression on the face of Sugar Ray Leonard like, motherfucker, did you just hit me? So he like starts stepping to him and blasts him to the bite, like two light shots up top and blasts him to the rib cage. The dude just drops, right? And we're looking at him like, dude, don't touch me, man. You don't touch me. Like, you don't fight with cats. That's what I'm saying, man. Like what people train to do, you can't do with them. And this is like what I explained to my wife like yesterday. And I'm not going to talk too out of school, but with that conversation that took place yesterday, when I listened to, all right, I'll tell you, this is going to make me sound stupid, but fuck it. I'll show you. I was listening to Black Fight Fan TV and 78's live stream or conversations that they were doing on a live stream for months. And they kept using this term, hit a lick, hit a lick, hit a lick. This person would hit a lick, hit a lick. And I'm like, what the fuck is hitting a lick? And she was driving me nuts. I was like, what is hit a lick? And I don't want to like ask them in the middle of the, hold on, can you explain to me what hit a lick means? I have no idea what you're talking about. This is completely out of context for me. Will you help me out? Tell me what you mean by hit a lick. I don't know what the fuck hit a lick means. So I tell you, I do this youth. I do stuff with a youth, right? So this one kid, I was like, I know this motherfucker's going to know what hit a lick means, right? So I was like, hey, man, can I ask you a question? It's a 12-year-old kid, comes from the hood. I was like, what is hit a lick? The dude looked at me laughing. He's like, it's like stealing or robbing somebody, you know? I was like, damn. And then everything that people had been saying made sense to me now. Cause I'm like, now I know what they're talking about. But I didn't know for months what you were talking about. Right. And this kid looked at me like I was a fucking moron. Like, how the fuck don't you know what that is? They're laughing at me. Right. So then I listened to somebody say something like an independent variable. Independent variable, is this math class? You talking about algebra? Shit, you want to know what X is? Are we solving for X? The fuck are you talking about? I mean, no, got to use those kinds. I couldn't separate it though. Word play. I couldn't. It didn't work. Context clues. I knew it was something, but I didn't know what it was specifically. You know what I mean? So I was just like, I don't know what that is. I never heard of that. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm talking to somebody, and if I start talking to somebody and I start talking about indemnification clauses and force majeure, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's force majeure, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the indemnification clauses. I mean, don't worry about your termination clause because this force majeure applies in this circumstance, man, because the termination has been over for da-da-da. And ain't nobody know what the fuck I'm talking about unless they do that. But that's not a matter of somebody being intelligent. That's whether or not somebody, and when you do that, it's clear you're talking over somebody specifically for the purpose of showing off for the people that are listening. And that's what irritated me. And I don't know, it could be that that's just how he speaks. You know what I mean? And that's just how he speaks. And if that's just how you speak, that's just how you speak. But here's my thing. If the onus is on the person that is speaking to communicate to the people that he is speaking to, it is up to me to speak in a way where somebody understands what I'm saying. Because by speaking to you, I'm telling you, I would like for you to understand this. But if I speak in a way where I think you're going to have difficulty, then I'm being a poor communicator. So when I was like independent variable, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like X, X. And that's how I see it, as an independent variable. What you mean is a person. Look, man, you're your own guy, man. You're just one person. And you make your decisions for yourself. You've got your own standards. You got your own way you think about things. You know what I mean? So, but I really did not mean that to insult anybody, man. And I want to make sure that, I mean, I doubt if Fred is listening, but on the real, man, I didn't mean that. I really just meant to be like, okay, let me just ask if this is true or false. And if it's true, then we move forward with the discussion, man. Oh, who wins Boston George and 50 Cent 5 Stages of Hell? Who is Boston George? Isn't that dude, the rapper from Houston? I think. Isn't he the one that beat up Adrian Bronner? No, Fred came to hood. You can be direct in relaying a message. No, Fred came. You can be direct in relaying a message. Yeah, you can be. Jump Tube says, speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. That's my man, Deontay Wilder. And work for it. Speaking in layman's terms. Yeah, man, you just got to talk. I mean, everybody's a layman depending on what you're talking about. My wife talks to me, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She'll use a word, and I mean, and it will be used in the context where she uses it in school when she's a professor. So she's using it in a way that is applicable to what she's doing. In a way that I would use that, just being somebody that's not in that, is completely different. So it's confusing to me. But, anyway, it is what it is, man. Will Stroger said, Fanon, did you see the Chris Bird Hall of Fame speech? No, I didn't, man. I heard something about him not making a lot of money in boxing, which is sad because he was super talented, man. And he did, God, dog, he fought monsters, which is another reason I want to hear about all these people being all so big that these other guys couldn't have beat them, because Chris Bird gave a whole bunch of dudes way bigger than him the business, and he's not as big as Ali is. The truth, Fanon. Yep, the true meaning of intelligence is making complicated things simple, then sharing. Yeah, absolutely. Fanon, yep, the truth. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think the truth, you guys said. I read that. Oh, yeah, Synchros. Yeah, you were just trying to clear. I was just trying to clarify what the point was. I wasn't trying to argue with it. I knew where he was coming from. I can appreciate where he's coming from. But at the same time, that don't make up for calling me a fucking broke ass fanboy, is what he said. And that's how I paraphrase what Shawn Porter said. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make an excuse for that. I've said a lot of good things about Shawn Porter. I like Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter and the way they work together as a team and the way that they carry themselves. I like it. But look, man, put your fucking big boy pants on. If Black Fight Fan TV or 78 or somebody says something to you that you don't want to hear, dog, put your big boy pants on. You getting paid for people saying this shit. You getting paid for somebody talking about you, man. You're getting paid for it. Don't complain about what you're getting paid for unless they ain't paying you enough. And we ain't the ones not paying you enough. We paying the price that's charged. Bring that up with whoever else don't want. Bring that up with Terence Crawford. Bring it up with Danny Garcia for not wanting to fight you. You know what I mean? Bring it up with them. You know what I mean? Bring it up with other people that, that believe, just whatever, man. Fight Errol Spence. It won't even be a problem, dude. But he said what he said, and there ain't no way around what he said. He said it. And he said it in one interview, speaking to one person. One person. He wasn't talking I wasn't taking 3 different interviews in 3 different contexts. I'm talking about I was listening to what he said one time in an interview to one person. His son was on an interview to somebody else. It was on Fight Hype. Half of the interview, the camera turned away from Kenny Porter and was on Shawn Porter, and then it went back to Kenny Porter. I remember the whole thing. And I'm not taking it out of context. That's what he said, and he borderline threatened people. Because he's like, and if you do have enough money and you can make it down to the floor where I am with the cats with money, it ain't like you're going to step to me because I'll whoop your ass. That's what he meant. That's what he said. And it was like, hold on, man, you threatening people. Like, what is this? I mean, what do I got to feel? I got to feel scared now. Like, oh man, if Kenny Porter finds out that I'm for non-international boxing and then I said this, and if I better not buy that ticket or speak to him, I better stay on the other side of the room. I mean, what is that? You want to make me uncomfortable? Why are you threatening me? But I know he was threatening a specific. I don't know if he was directly threatening or not, but he was talking to somebody and basically call him, you can see that picture on the internet of the fat dude behind the keyboard, dude eating donuts and all that. Not everybody really is that. You know what I mean? But anyway, it is what it is, man. And I got respect for dude. And the thing I liked about what Fred did is he came on the show. He came. And he didn't have to. You know what I mean? He really didn't have to. Rough House Boxing, love the way Fanon explained the people's position and state of mind of Fred. Fighters work for us. We don't work for the fighters. Facts. Yeah, that's it. But if he is a media guy, then he can explain, look, man, there has to be a certain amount of decorum that I have for talking to these guys. And that's true. for him, there is a certain amount of respect, a certain amount of cordial. He has to be cordial to degree. And he, no matter what you say, he has to play the game a little bit. Otherwise, if he wants to get in the room, right? 78 Sports TV talked about that and what happened with Top Rank when he tried to get a pass, a press pass. So, Fred wants to do that. If that's what Fred's passion is, he wants to go to the fight. He wants to talk to the fighters. He does have to do that. You know what I mean? He does have to do that. But I don't want to go to a fight. Seriously, dude, I don't even care about going to a fight, to tell you the flat, honest truth. The only thing that I want to do is I'm in Texas. I want to go see Errol Spence spar. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean? That's my pay-per-view. As far as the fights itself, dog, I don't like going in and out of crowds. I don't like that shit. So I don't show my face. Why do you need to see me? You know what I mean? You don't need to see me. You don't need to see what I look like. I don't need to walk down the street and you know who I am and say, hey, or throw some bottle at me. You know what I mean? Because I don't care about that. What I'd like to do is, hey, I would like to be able to watch Errol Spence spar. Sometime I'm in Texas. That's my dream. Like, you know what? I want to be able to drive to a camp. I don't want to take my camera. I just want to be able to sit in there and watch him spar. See what these dudes look like up front. See what they work like. That would be some good shit for me. But Jeff, the producer, I'm a private person. I'm a very private person. But if Fred wants to do that, then Fred's got to do that. But Black Fight Fan TV doesn't got to do that. Black Fight Fan TV has a niche. You know what I mean? Will Struggle for 9 hit a lick with 5,000 subs. Yeah. Black Fight Fan has to do something else. What's going on? The bottom line saying T Walden in the house. What's good, man? Let me rinse you up, homie. I ain't seen you in a while. What's good? Yeah, man. Fred, see, here's the thing. Black Fight Fan got to do something else. Black Fight Fan has to tell the truth as he sees it. If he stops telling the truth as he sees it to people, then people will lose interest in him because he's not providing them what they rely on him for. If people rely on Fred for bringing them interviews with fighters, asking tough questions at boxing matches, then Fred has to do the things necessary to allow him to do that. But that's a different ball game than what Blood Boxing has to do, or what 78 Sports TV has to do, or what I have to do. I would love to cuss in every one of my videos all day and call people this and call people that. I would do it. Trust me, I love it. I love flipping out on people and going all and saying every kind of cuss word under the sun. But I can't do that. And I can't do that because the ads I put in these videos create revenue for the causes that I want to support. And I figure instead of sitting drinking beer and wasting my money on the shit I used to waste money on, I'll spend my time earning money and allow to put that shit back in circulation to help some other people, to help some people, so that my time generates something positive. So I can't do all that, because if I do all that, I can't monetize my videos. Every video I'll have a ton of yellow, it'll have a ton of yellow dollar signs, and it won't work. You know what I mean? But that's a different thing from Blood Boxing. So when we're all looking at what we're doing, right, we all got a general goal, which is the same, which is, hey, man, I want to see the best fights. I want boxing fans to get the best. I wanted boxers to be treated fairly. What's going on, Mashar McClarty? What's good? I wanted boxers to be treated fairly. Guillermo Rigondeaux, the treatment of Guillermo Rigondeaux sickens me. It sickens me. And the treatment of Deontay Wilder was getting sickened me. So I was like, look, man, I know I can read, I can talk, I got a little bit of time in the day, so I'm going to do that. That's the goal. And I kind of connected all that up. But the way that I see it having happened, the drama that happened with this Kenny Porter thing is that two people would really have different fundamental roles clashed. And in that conversation, the thing that Fred missed was that Fred wanted to say that Black Fight Fan TV was media. And Black Fight Fan TV is telling Fred, I'm not media. I'm the fan. You're the media. Media has to do what the media has to do. Fans have to do what fans have to do. Okay. So, but when Kenny Porter was talking, Ken Porter was talking to fans. Because if Kenny Porter is paying attention to the LDBC and the channels on the LDBC, he might think of that as media. That's not media. It's fans. This is a boxing forum. And that's what fundamentally he didn't understand when he said, look, this stuff wasn't all here. What's going on Blue Blood Sports TV? He's like, all this shit wasn't here when Shawn went pro. Yes, it was. It was here. The only difference was it wasn't, you didn't hear my voice. And you might not have taken the time to sort through all of those long-ass comments in Eastside Boxing or Max Boxing's comment room or Boxing Scene's comment room. We are just taking 78, shout out 78 Sports TV and Black Fight Fan TV. They just took all the people that could not be heard in those forums and put them all in one place, YouTube, and we all talk boxing together. And if somebody gets crazy, we got a nice little wrench there for your ass. You got to go. But it's the same people. It's the same people. I've been Blood Boxing's been a boxing fan for 40 years. He didn't just start this. So it's like that was listening to that whole scenario. That's what I got out of it. And that's why I don't think that it's a bridge. I don't think that that's a bridge that can't be overcome. But it's just that you just intellectually, or not intellectually, but just cognitively in your head, you got to think to yourself, look, what is my goal? What is this dude's goal? You know what I mean? And that's empathy. You know what I mean? That's empathy. I can look at Fred and understand, like, all right, I understand what he's trying to do. He is a media guy. And what he wants to do, because he said it, is he wants to use, and not use in a bad way, but he wants to, I guess, harness the power of the activity within the LDBC and the boxing community, period, to push boxing media in a direction where it treats black fighters more fairly and their interests are represented, right? That's what he's trying to do. That's the value he sees from the LDBC. And I'm saying that because I've heard him say it, and that's a good thing. Black Fight Fan TV sees it, and I'm just talking about what he said on videos. I'm not talking about other things. He sees it as a means by which to build the black fighter and to give a voice to the black fighter. So he's giving a voice to the black fighter from a fan perspective. It's Black Fight Fan TV. Black Fight Fan can't be any more direct. He's a fight fan. This is media. Media is a middleman. And Fred is a middleman, just like a manager's a middleman, a promoter's a middleman. And what he did is he got in between the manager and the fan, and that's trouble. You know what I mean? But if you acknowledge that and understand it, you can get past it, because we really do need Fred. We really do, because I'm not going to go do that shit. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to small talk Sam Watson. Sam Watson doesn't mean, I don't have any issue with him, but I don't have any big need to be talking to Sam Watson. I'll go talk to my daddy. I'm cool. I got a daddy. I'll go talk to him. If I want to hear, I got friends. I'm okay. I don't have to. Sam Watson's probably my age. Probably, he's a little older than me. I would love to have a conversation with Al Heyman, but I don't need to. You know what I mean? But what I do want to see is I do want to see Errol Spence fight. I do want to see him spar. I do want to see him train. Right? Same thing. I do want to see this fight with Deontay Wilder. And it is, it is what it is, man. But yeah, we need Fred. Absolutely. But it's just like that's his role in it. And he's doing his job, dog. And he's doing his job well. And he's doing his job better than those other dudes. Without Fred, God, dog, what are we going to have? A bunch of fucking Steve Kims? God, dog, Steve Kim and Dougie Fisher? God, you know what I mean? I want to those dudes make me want to vomit because they're completely sold out. He's not sold out. You know what I mean? That's what he believes, and people, they do need to help him do his job. You know what I mean? Oh, Santino's boxing, man. Fanali, the man, should have taken care of you a while ago. However, you served Fred last night. You jumped something off yesterday with Black Fight Fan 17. That's becoming a trend. Thank you. Hey, man, it's more than my pleasure, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you looking out, man. And we'll make that money work, man. We make it circulate. No doubt about it, man. Casual just said, nice way to articulate that, Fanon. That's all good, man. It is what it is, man. But look, I appreciate everybody, man. Yeah, the truth said, remember Fred was one that called Golden Boy direct over the racist emails, the only one. Absolutely. And he got thrown out, man. Got to remember that type of stuff, man. And we need that type of cat to have that type of support, because if people just all turn on him, then he won't be able to do that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Salute for 9. Hey, congrats on your 15,000 subs. Full support from the island. Thank you, sir. Puerto Rico. Hey, look, though, I got to go get my wife. She gets off work. Parker D said, I'm ad-free, homie. YouTube Premium Best, $10 ever. Hey, that's what's up, man. And watch my videos. Definitely be that. Oh, said Jeff the Producer for 9 started the super chat wave. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you. Let me tell you something, too. Black Fight Fan TV and 78 Sports TV, because they're telling you what they really think, it's much more difficult for them. And this is not their business. It's not something, you know, I'm just telling you for real. Because they're not super politically correct, they're going to have issues with advertising on their regular videos. So when you guys give to 78, give to Black Fight Fan TV, give to Blood Boxing, dudes like that, you're supporting their channel. You really, really are, because the platform doesn't allow for somebody to talk about the things that people really appreciate out of 78 Sports TV and Black Fight Fan TV. So when you guys did that, I'm telling you, it's like, boom, now they can feel free, because they don't even have to monetize their videos. It's not like, look, man, you know, if I'm trying to get to a fight, if I'm trying to do that, I got a cow tied, you know, I got to make sure I have a whole video and I never swear. I got to make sure that I never use anybody's name, any public figure's name who might be considered controversial. I've got to make sure that maybe my volume in my speech doesn't go too high. All those things you have to consider when you're working on an algorithm like that. You know what I mean? So when you support them, man, I'm telling you, it's very, very, me too. It's a love, it's appreciation, man. And it does display to other people, look, man, this is what fight fans want to hear. All right. They don't want to hear this neutral crap. They don't want to hear this, you don't have an opinion stuff. That's the strongest thing about Black Fight Fan TV to me, is that he does not buy into the fact that he's not allowed to have an opinion, and he shouldn't express that. If you have an opinion, you should be able to express it. You should express it. And two people with opposite opinions like 78 and Black Fight Fan TV had today on their channel, they can express those both. And at the end of it, shake hands and walk off. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, it is what it is. Oh, Roughhouse Bice. Man, Roughhouse Bice, it was good to hear your voice last night. He said, I don't fault Fred for being loyal to his porters. You ride with your people. My problem was he's not getting clarification from Clinty on exactly who that comment was aimed at, because I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, man, but see here, yeah, I agree. And he should have just stopped it. Straight up and for real, he should have just stopped it. He just should apologize. That'd be the best thing, man, that Fred could do for Kenny Porter. It's like, Kenny, man, look, man, you know, everybody, whole bunch of people thought you were talking about them and were very insulting, man. Hey, man, can you clarify? Look, man, you know, hey, man, we respect all you guys, man. We respect the cats that do the videos. Thanks for keeping my name's son in the mix, man. You know, good press, bad press is still press. We appreciate you, know. Sam Alvarado, you made really good sense of this topic, Fanon. Appreciate that. You couldn't be more correct. I appreciate you too, man. But look, man, I got to roll. I got to get my wifey wife. And hey, thanks for everybody in the super chat, man. Thank you for everybody listening to me. Probably going to drop a video later today, man, if work doesn't get too crazy, man. Definitely subscribe to my man, Reef the Watcher, man. That is my Reef the Watcher. Whenever I want to cuss somebody out that says something crazy on my channel, I go watch Reef the Watcher. I just like, yeah, tell him Reef. Love that dude. All right, y'all. Anyway, man, McGregor Boxing Stars, definitely, man, salute to you as well. Subscribe to my man out there in Ireland. Good show, great content, man. Support this man and let people know in America know we support the cats out there in Ireland, man, and the good stuff that you're doing. Oh, Nino, I had to step away and watch your portion of the Smoke City Mobcast. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Hey, it was a little funny, man. Hey, yeah, safe as well, man. Good to go. Body works, man. Anyway, man, I got to roll. Yeah, Mr. Finesse, that's the best thing you can do, man. Just roll off. Anyway, man, I got to go, man. Much love to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Also share videos because, we want to get the word out, man. And it is what it is. And with that, I'm gone.